Alright, FishAholics. Well, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. My name is Rich, and some of you guys might be wondering what the heck is going on with the beginning of this video. And basically, we just crossed this little creek here. It's low tide, and we're heading further down the creek to a spot where a couple days ago I set up a minnow trap that I bought last week. And if you saw in one of my last vids, I was using some minnows on a jig head to catch some redfish, and I was catching those minnows with the cast net, which was kind of difficult because I would only get like one or two little minnows that were big enough to not fit through the holes of the cast net. And therefore I bought the minnow trap because I wanted to easily catch a bunch of bait and then of course take them out to try and catch some nice fish with them. So we are going to go check our minnow trap and see what we caught, and then we are gonna take them swimming today for something bigger. All right. Whew, this tide is really low. I'm glad my minnow trap stayed in some water there. There's a ton of little minnows right there out of the trap, and whoa, we've got a ton of bait. Oh my gosh, we are loaded up. Wait till I bust this open. This is sick. All right, let's pop this off. And that's an interesting little fish. That looks like a baby redfish, actually. I'm not really sure what that is. We're gonna throw that guy back. But for the most part, it looks like we've got some nice, chubby, juicy looking little mud minnow killifish in here, and we've got some good ones too. So I'm gonna just throw them in my little makeshift Arizona gallon bait bucket. All right, well, the remainder of the minnows in here are pretty small, so I'm just gonna dump them out, let them live, and then we're gonna throw some more bread in here. That's all I'm using for bait to catch the bait. And then we're gonna reset the trap. All right, well, it looks like we've got about a couple dozen juicy minnows, so we're gonna head back to the house and hop in the car and head to the water. I'll see you guys there. All right, FishAholics. Well, we made it to the river, and we are heading downriver with the outgoing current, and we are cruising, going like 4 to 5 miles an hour. And I launched where we did because of the tide. I wanted to use it to our advantage to get to our first spot and then ride the tide on the way back into the launch. And it's gonna get up into like the mid 80s, so I'm putting on some SPF 70 so we don't get burned. And where we're headed first, I've actually never fished. The structure just looks really good, and I've wanted to try it now for the last like week or so, because like a week ago I cruised by it on the boat, and it just like says fish this right now. So we're gonna try it today. But this side of the river, I know a lot of that structure, and we could probably go there right now and catch some fish, but we'll save that as a last resort, or for, you know, on our way back to the ramp. All right, we made it to our first spot. There's like 3 docks here, really close together, so a lot of good looking structure, and I'd imagine that there has to be something sitting here. All right, so we're gonna take one of our little minnows and just nose hook them through the bottom and top jaw. And also, by the way, I think what we'll do is after when we're done fishing, we'll check our bait trap again to see how many minnows we caught by the end of the day. It'd be kind of cool to see, or to show you guys. All right, let's take our first cast here. Never fished here, so let's see how long it takes us to get a bite. All right, we fished our first spot there where those 3 docks are for like 30 minutes and not a single bite. So we're gonna go a little bit further downriver because we still got a little bit of outgoing. So there's a few more docks down there that we might as well try. And maybe we could hit that spot again on the way back in. And there was somebody else like anchored right outside of those docks taking some casts. So who knows how long they've been there fishing. They could have, you know, really put a beating on the fish already. So we might have to wait for the tide to bring in some fresh fish. But yeah, we'll go explore some other structure. All right, spot number 2 is looking juicy. Got some oyster bars real close to this dock. So lots of good structure, and then also bottom that could attract some reds. All right, let's see if anybody's home. I'm gonna fish this one really hard and thoroughly, give it like 30-40 minutes at least. And if we don't have a bite here in that time, then I don't know, we might have to just start working our way back up river and hit some other spots that I know. Oh yeah, that's money right in there. Money, 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 money. Come on, fish. Come on. All right, well, another blank at that dock back there. We also hit this dock here and nothing. And it's a little after 12 o'clock, like 12:20. And I noticed the tide just about started to come in. So we're gonna go back up river with the tide, and I think we're gonna stop off at that first spot that we hit because it just looks so good there. And I'm hoping that the incoming current will turn on any fish that were there but just weren't feeding, or we'll just bring some more fish in there and they'll stage on that structure. And then if we catch them there, or if we don't, we'll eventually just keep moving up river and probably hit some old spots that I've done really well at recently. And hopefully that'll be enough to just put together a good little catch today. Right, unfortunately we could not go back to that first spot because there was 2 separate boats now fishing there, so that kind of stinks. But that definitely does tell me, if the locals are fishing there, like 2 separate boats on 3 docks, that it's probably a good spot on the right time of the tide. And yeah, I probably could have snuck in there, but that's just like too crowded for me. So we'll hit this dock and then start working our way up. It's got to be something real tight to the structure in the shadow line. Come on. There he is. Fish on. Got one. Oh, it's a trout. Oh man. I thought that was going to be a red. But hey, it was a good surprise, I guess. See how big he is? They got to be 14 inches to keep. Well, didn't want to be measured or kept. He got away. All right, let's see if anybody's home on this dock. Looks really good. We got a nice trickle of flood or incoming current going by these pilings. What I like to do when I'm fishing these docks is I'll try casting like on the outside of the pilings first, just to see if there's any fish that are, you know, a little out from the structure, which will give us an advantage on catching them, so we won't have to, you know, go in after them. And if we don't get a bite, then we'll go in and take a few casts in the shadow line, like real close to the structure. Oh, that is money. If there's a red there, this little minnow is done for. fish on. Okay. He's got me on some of the structure. Got him out. Nice little puppy red. Let's see if this guy's a keeper. Gotta be 15 inches to keep. Nice, just about a keeper, so I'm gonna keep this guy for the table. So hopefully we can go up from there and start catching some real fish. That was just about like 15 inches, which is like just a small slot size keeper red. Good eating size. Oh, another bite. Nice. This one feels a little bigger. A lot bigger. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. He's trying to find the pilings. Oh my gosh. We're going in reverse just to get out away from this dock structure. No, 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 get out of there. Oh my gosh. I felt him rub his head on that piling there. That was so close. Oh. Whew. Heck yeah, what a red right there. Look at that. To go from a 15-incher to this over slot. Oh man, I just love that. You never know sometimes. And the bite is so similar. Like, this fish could have came up and been as big as the first one. You don't really know how big they are until they start rip and drag. Hey, what's up, Matt?
That's a nice one right there, Rich.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
Alright.
Caught a little puppy one, about 15 inches, and then this guy took it right after.
Damn.
Yeah, I would say this one's probably like 26, 27 maybe. 20, you know. Not a bad red at all. And there she goes. All right, well, let's try that again. New little minnow on the bottom sweeper. There's a 1/4 ounce bottom sweeper. And it's pretty sweet now that we're getting on a little bite off this dock, because I've actually never fished this dock before, and the dock before I've never fished either, where we caught the trout. So this is pretty sweet. And man, what a battle. That was just absolutely epic. That was so fun. Oh, there's another one. Nice. Another keeper. All right, well, we've got our limit. Gonna be eating good tonight. All right, well, we hit this dock for like another 20 minutes, no other bites, so we're gonna keep moving. So I fished this dock before and that dock, so we're gonna fish these two pretty thoroughly because I've done well here before, and we'll just see what we catch. Hopefully something just as good, or if not better. There's one. It's Did that take long or what? Not really. Oh, no way. We've got a flounder. I've never caught a flounder off these docks before, so that's kind of cool. I've really only caught reds. All right, let's see how big this guy is. If he's 15 inches, he's a keeper. Yeah, he's just about a keeper. Pretty sweet. We might have to throw him on the stringer too. Oh gosh. Did you see how hard that one hit? Dang. That was a real hard hit for a little fish. This guy will throw back. All right, Fishaholics. Well, fast forward a couple hours. Unfortunately, a good bite really never materialized, and we finished up all our bait, and I've got some fish to fillet up and keep fresh, so we're heading back to the launch. And on top of that, I don't know if you can hear my throat is just really raspy. That's because I am extremely dehydrated right now. I thought I brought my water and I put it in the cooler, which was in my car, but I guess not. Maybe I put it on top of the car and drove away, and it's now probably lying in the driveway somewhere. I don't know, but I'm extremely dehydrated right now, so we are beelining it back to the launch, and we're gonna get out of here, wrap things up, and I guess I will see you guys back at the house because I want to open up the minnow trap again and see how much bait we caught in a day's time. So I think that could be pretty interesting, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys back at the house, and we'll bust open the trap. All right, well, 8 hours later, let's see what we got in the trap now. I bet you a bunch more little mud minnows, but maybe something else, you never know. Oh, just a bunch of bait. Look at all those guys in there. I would say like 75% of them though, unfortunately, are like really, really tiny. And like the prime size is like that size. Like that's what you want for the big reds, or just for all the reds really. They like that size, and I feel like that size bait like looks the best on that little 1/4 ounce bottom sweeper jig head. Oh, look at this fat boy. That would have been a perfect bait too. We didn't have too many that size in our first batch this morning, but we'll dump this out, and you know what, I'll probably have to run back to the house to get some more bread to reset it. All right, well, pretty cool. Definitely spending like the 14 bucks for that little minnow net is gonna be worth it in the end, being how easy it is to catch bait here in the creek and use that bait to get on a bite like we did today. I was hoping we would get on a better bite than what we did, but we didn't get skunked. It was a gorgeous day out there on the water, so I'm really happy with how well we did. We caught that one really nice red, which was an awesome battle trying to get him out from the dock. It's always fun like catching those bigger reds around the structure, because it's like a really intense like tug of war match, and we won. And we also got some of the smaller reds. We kept a couple for the table, got the flounder for the table, and on the way back here I also stopped at a friend's place and dropped off some fresh fish. I just wanted to thank my friend for taking me and my sister out on their boat a couple days ago, or for like Easter Sunday. So I just wanted to give them a little thank you, and they're going to be enjoying some fish tonight. I'm going to be enjoying some fish tonight, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, be sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button. You know the deal. Tackling equipment down below. You know how it goes. And yeah, I guess until next time, live to fish, fish to live.